Hey everyone, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Tuesday, May 7th. Hope you're doing awesome. And in this video, we're going to do an earnings prep video for Curaleaf and SNDL's upcoming Q1 2024 earnings on Thursday. We're going to take a look at the chart and the technicals and get an idea on what to expect in terms of price action in the days, weeks, months ahead as well. And I'll give current lay of the land where we stand. So before we get to it, make sure to smash like, help support me in the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. As always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. You should never ever buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or anything that I write. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. So I know I sound like a broken record, but full disclosure, do own both of these stocks in my portfolio as well. You can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. I'm getting tons of followers over there lately, so I really do appreciate all the likes and follows and subscribers here on YouTube as well. Love each and every one of you supporting me along the way. All right, so diving in, we're going to do, if you're not familiar with these new earning prep videos, I've been doing them for a while now. Essentially, we just go over the estimates. There's a lot of different financial estimates right now with regards to SNDL and Curaleaf, and I've had a really busy day. It's an earnings season, right? Very busy week, and I won't be able to obviously cover every single earnings, but I'll definitely cover all of the major ones that a lot of people request, and mostly the tier ones. So we'll do a quick video. We'll amalgamate them all into one here, and like I said, SNDL, they'll be reporting their first quarter 2024 financial results on May 9th, so Thursday, and that's going to be before market opens, and then you'll have the conference call at 10:30 Eastern time, and that'll be in the morning, so on that same day. And then on Curaleaf, we have an aftermarket close on May 9th, and that's for the first quarter 2024 again, and that's going to be after at 5 p.m. will be the conference call. So I'll do my best to tune into those. Been pretty hectic with my 3-month-old daughter. Three-month-old daughter. And it's been a crazy day today. I was over at the Airbnb, had some issues with one of the smart locks. Had to go over there and jimmy rig it a little bit, but got it all fixed just before the guest was set to check in. So we'll take a look at the earnings. So there's a little bit of a mixed bag here. I figured I'd just run through and give you the details here. So SNDL, we're expecting $206.2 million revenue on investing.com. So they're expecting a huge drop off, which is kind of staggering when you think about it, because last quarter we came at 248, before that 237, and it did miss for the last several quarters. Yeah, for the last 4 quarters. But to go from 263 to 206 and to go from actual 248 to 206, they didn't even forecast anything for EPS. Take a look at SNDL here on TradingView. So they're saying 154.50. So this is in Canadian. And then this would be in US dollars. So they're forecasting negative 0.044. And we'll bring up Moo here as well. I like to go through all of them and get an idea. But yeah, they're forecasting 209.3 million, and that's in Canadian. And that's based on one analyst. So 209. And then we had 206. And then 154. So just get a rough estimate, 154,505. That's about, that's about a little over, it's like 201 million, 200 and somewhere around that 202 million. So I didn't do the conversion. It's a little bit difficult whenever you got some reporting in USD and some in CAD, and I was a little bit pressed for time today. So those are the numbers that we're looking for. If we get a consensus of those, then we're more than likely expecting somewhere around the 205 million area. So they are expecting a pretty big drop off in terms of revenue. And then in terms of EPS on Moo, they're forecasting negative 0.06. So essentially the Wall Street consensus is about negative 0.05. So they are expecting a loss there. And then we'll take a look at Curaleaf. So Curaleaf, and we'll take a look at the chart here in a moment, but Curaleaf, they're expecting 339.85 million Canadian. And then if we go over here to Moo, take a look at Curaleaf. So they're saying 339.564, 339.85, And then I don't know what's going on here with TradingView, 459.986 million. Wow, big discrepancy there. So you can make of that what you will, but I would say probably going to come in somewhere around that 330 to 340 million, and we'll see what the actual numbers are. If they have a big miss, then stock more than likely would result in downside, and then price would likely go up if they have a huge beat. But right now, Curaleaf is pulling back into earnings, so they wouldn't need a very big beat at all in order to see a pretty big move after that. But they're saying negative 0.075, so expecting a loss still. In terms of EPS on Moomoo, they're saying negative 0.052 and then negative 0.05. Yeah, so negative 0.05 seems to be the estimate there. So we'll see what comes in. But yeah, really interesting that they're forecasting a huge drop-off on SNDL. That was very surprising. Not sure what the reason for that would be, but we'll see what the actual numbers are here. And then I took a trade on SNDL, actually made about 90% on that trade, entered around 140, and then again around 130, and sold it on this recent move up. I was pretty much all out at about 90% gain. So I switched that over. I'm just kind of on Moomoo testing the platform, and I really like it. You can do after hours. It's a sponsor of the channel as well, so there's a link for it in the description. But yeah, they have extended hours, so you can do pre-market, after-hours trading, and it's only like $1.99 per trade. So I really like the platform so far. But yeah, they're expecting a massive drop-off here in terms of revenue. So we'll see. It wouldn't take much of a beat here, though, for SNDL if we do see a beat on those estimates. But the difference is with SNDL here leading into earnings, definitely one of the most bullish charts at the moment, SNDL. Whereas Curaleaf has been pulling back for the last few days, losing the low of each previous day, whereas SNDL's marking a new higher low every single candle. So in order for SNDL to continue this bullish momentum, it's really going to have to beat those numbers. And it's hard to imagine, even if they do come in with a beat, like let's say they come in at 212, 220, that it'd still be a big beat, but it's still a massive drop off, like 30 million off of last quarter. So not sure why they're forecasting this such a big drop. If anybody does have any information on that, let me know. But SNDL, I just did a video on them as well. They're expanding their presence in the U.S. So Sunstream and SNDL, through Parallel and SkyMint, they're expanding their U.S. presence, and that's through a different structure as well, through exchangeable shares, similar to Canopy. And we know the NASDAQ starting to warm up to companies. Right here, NASDAQ could allow MSOs to uplist, and the NASDAQ's warming up to Canadian companies with operations in the U.S. And Curaleaf has actually said, Boris Jordan said that they've been in contact. You can watch that video, but they've been in contact with the U.S. major exchange about potentially uplisting. So interesting. But yeah, SNDL is going to really have to beat on earnings here, unless we pull back tomorrow, Wednesday, and then, potentially into Thursday pre-market. But yeah, we might be set up for daily consolidation, maybe a pullback to around 225, form a nice daily higher low. We don't really have any daily support all the way down to 175 on SNDL. So essentially from current price, we could drop about 30% and just be looking for a daily higher low. But one of the most bullish charts right now, we're trying to confirm a weekly uptrend as well. So we have our low, high, higher low. If we break above 267, then it's a weekly uptrend confirmed. And we did confirm a monthly uptrend as well. So we have our low, high, higher low, and higher high. So once we broke the high here at 236, which was the high of HHS bounce, that's what confirmed the monthly uptrend. And we're gearing up for the first ever monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. And this is actually the first time in history we confirmed a monthly uptrend as well. So a lot of our names starting to trend back to their EMA 26 and their weekly 200 moving weekly 100 most, and then weekly 200 moving average. But you can see GTBIF actually got above its monthly EMA 26. So again, if you're looking at some of the other leaders in the space, SNDL, we had a little bit of a clue a couple of months ago when we closed above EMA 12, which was the first time, only the second time in history that we closed above that. So right here in the month of March, that was a go signal, right? We closed above it. And even if you just enter there, you'd be up about 32%. And then, like I said, a lot of our names starting to trend back to their monthly EMA 26, which SNDL, that would bring us up to $3.22. And that first ever monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross and monthly uptrend as well. And as I said in my previous videos, back whenever we were around $1.40, $2, I said $3 will be coming in a hurry, and we just hit 267. So it's definitely one of the more bullish charts at the moment. Curaleaf in a monthly uptrend as well, and weekly uptrend, low, high, higher low, and higher high. And then daily uptrend, we were in a daily downtrend with lower highs, lower lows. This move's all coming off the low, so we need to form this daily higher low. If we hold the low here at 647 and break resistance at 873, we would be in a daily, weekly, and monthly uptrend. So another very bullish name. We know they acquired Northern Green Canada, a name in Canada, small producer, and really starting to expand their international footprint as a result of that acquisition. And we're going to see MSOs become LPs and LPs become MSOs, vice versa, right? We are already seeing it with Canopy. You're seeing it with SNDL. And more than likely, I said whenever Canopy did that through CUSA, through Canopy USA, I said, watch for other names to follow suit. And then sure enough, SNDL, that news came out not too long after. So you can check out that video if you haven't seen that one already with the Sunstream expansion. But yeah, obviously, Curaleaf pulling back. So, if they do beat, it wouldn't take much of a beat for the stock to see a pretty big some pretty big upside because of a result of the pullback that we've been seeing leading into the earnings, right? The more you run into earnings, the more you have to impress on those numbers. And the more you consolidate into earnings, it doesn't take as much of a beat in order to get a positive reaction, right? But yeah, SNDL's screaming bullish. You can see here we just had a stochastic bull cross. The MACD has been bullish for, well, the last couple of months. We're well above the 10-week moving average. You can see it's starting to go parabolic here and vertical. And then in terms of the weekly moving averages, like I said, a lot of the names in MJ starting to trend back to their 200 weekly. GTBIF, so Green Thumb, hit it right on the money. And SNDL, that would put us at $4.32. So like I said in my previous videos, $3 to $4 SNDL easy. We also just had a golden cross as well with the 50-day moving average below the 200-day moving average. And we had our weekly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well. Actually, we had another one, and that was the first time since the major run up there in February 2021 when we were at a high of $39.60. So it's looking fantastic right now. And then we'll take a look at Curaleaf as well. On the weekly time frame here, we're still above the 10-week moving average, and we're looking for a MACD and a stochastic bull cross. So a little bit weaker here, technically speaking, compared to SNDL, but we're gearing up for the second ever 50 and 100 weekly moving average bull cross. And again, closing in on that 200 weekly moving average there at 969. And then $10 psychological, obviously, will be a big one. And this is on the Toronto Stock Exchange now that they've uplisted from the CSE. And like I said, potential for them to even uplist to a U.S. major exchange, whether it's the NYSE or the NASDAQ, who knows. But we'll see if there's any information that's forthcoming on that in the not too distant future. But like I said, those are the numbers that we're expecting. Pretty big drop off here for SNDL. Not sure what that's about, but we'll keep an eye out on it. And I will do a video more than likely covering the earnings for both of these companies after the fact. I'll probably do a video for each and do a little bit of a deep dive into those earnings. But again, still expecting a loss for both of them and a pretty big drop off on SNDL revenue. So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition or not. But all right, going in it there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, pressed for time today, and I wanted to get two of them out into one, so I didn't do as extensive coverage on them as I usually do in the earning prep videos whenever I just do one company. But things are busy in my world right now, so I'll try to get it out as quickly as possible. Pal Group's growing very, very fast as well, and so is my daughter. So just trying to balance everything. Sometimes it's like a juggling act. I feel like sometimes I don't even know my own name, but love it. Love being busy, and hard work pays off. All right, going into there, it's Rod with Pal Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.